Hey, what's up guys? I want to do a video review on a gun belt, which I think is awesome. So, first thing I do is pan down to the belt. So let's go down a little bit here if I can figure out my own tripod. Okay, so and we go up a little bit. I need to go down that far. Alright, there we go. Okay, so I have the belt on right now. It's made by Disse. Now you guys have probably heard about them before on my channel because I reviewed two of their products. They first became a company doing like nylon gear, and they had an awesome bag. Actually they had, I believe, 3 or 4 bags in a line, but I only had a chance to try 2 of them. But I loved them. I thought both bags were really cool. So I reviewed them. I still continue to use them today. Soon after that, I discovered that they had made really nice shotgun cases, and I had a Stevens 20 gauge shotgun that I got a case from them to use, so I reviewed that as well. Recently I had a viewer send me a message saying that, you know, they purchased the bag after watching my review, went to the website and noticed that they have gun belts, and that is what sparked my interest in it, and they asked me if I can review it. Now I really didn't think much of it until about 2 weeks later after that message, and I went to the site and I saw that they had these gun belts, and they do take a while because they're custom made. So I didn't get these until maybe 3 weeks ago or so, and I figured I'd finally do a review on it now they've been testing it and using it. And I honestly have not found a better gun belt out there, period. Hands down. And I'm going to show you a couple different examples that I have here. I have one dedicated gun belt that I've bought in the past, which was fine. It worked pretty good, but nothing like this works. And I'll show you my regular belt in comparison. Now I actually got two of these custom made. The one that I'm wearing right now is brown, and this most matches what I normally would wear for a regular belt, which is right here. So this is my regular everyday kind of dress belt. I'm tucked in, my shirt's tucked in for the video so you can see everything. Most of the time I don't have my shirt tucked in, but I just want you to see everything so it's nice and visible. Anyway, I have a Glock 36 here, and I have a paddle holster because I think it's going to best illustrate what I'm talking about, so you can kind of see everything the whole time as I'm talking. So anyway, I do have a second belt here, and I'm not wearing this one specifically because this one has another option you can get. It's a little bit more money, but this is lined with high-grade Velcro, like real Velcro, not cheap Velcro. And the purpose for that is that a lot of different gun sheaths and gun holsters incorporate Velcro into their system. So you don't have to, like, in some cases they'll give you Velcro to sew inside your pants and stuff. You don't have to worry about any of that. It's incorporated in your belt. Now this also, I found in wearing both of these, this adds a little bit more grip. So if you're going to get one of these belts, I mean, it's just my opinion, but I would opt, if you're only going to get one, to go with the Velcro anyway, because it gives us not really cushion so much as it does the rigidity, so it doesn't slide as much. I haven't found sliding to be really that much of an issue if you pull your belt tight and you don't have it kind of sloppy on your waist. But it just gives you a little something extra, and if for some reason I don't have a specific use for the Velcro, but I wanted to, obviously for review purposes, try both. But if you do have some kind of a holster system that incorporates Velcro, it's perfect to have it within the belt itself, so you don't have to actually put it on your pants or in your holster, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, let me put this down for a second, and I'll show you, again, what I got going on here. I have I dropped my belt, that's all right. The Glock 36. All right, in a paddle holster here. The gun is clear right now. There's no, you can see, whoop, there we go, there's my finger. There's no magazine here. Even though this is a holster and we're talking about guns that we would really carry, and this is a very real situation, I'm not going to use the magazine for this video just for safety, blah, blah, blah. All right, but I still want to show you that the gun is in fact unloaded. All right, so let's put that back in here for a second. And I want to talk about belts in general, gun belts. Alright, when I first got into guns, I can get my thumb snap here. There we go. This was originally made for the Glock 17. It just happens to fit the 36. But, as you can tell, very snugly for that thumb break. Anyway, gun belts. When I first got into guns, my first real gun, my very first gun was the Beretta Bobcat. And it is very much a real gun, but it's a little mouse gun. And it's not something that I needed like a big holster for or anything like that. When I got my Glock 17, I wanted to figure out how I'm going to carry it. And I got one of those clip draw things. And I used the, you know, it's basically a pocket clip for your gun. Very cool, worked fine for a long time. And then eventually I figured, you know what, I really need like an actual gun holster. So I proceeded to get a holster. And this is the first gun holster I've ever had. And this one I got in a trade with a police officer in Minnesota. And I traded a nice knife for it. And he sent me this and a couple other Glock accessories and stuff like that. And it's a paddle holster, all right? Now, when I first got this, and I had my full-size Glock 17 in there, loaded up with 19 rounds in my magazine, 9mm, the thing it'd be carried like this, okay? And yes, I am muzzling my own hip, Tex Grebner style, for the review purposes, okay? Don't do this, I'm just, you know, I don't want to keep going over safety, but it's important, you know, that I understand that this is not good. I'm just trying to show you something, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so anyway, yeah, the gun carried like this. I was walking, doing my thing, and it was just like, it was everywhere. It was ridiculous. All right, didn't work. Very soon, after about a week, I stopped carrying it. Because when I'm carrying my gun, I'm literally walking around like this, stabilizing my gun. And first of all, it doesn't look good. It looks like I'm going for my gun. It was not a good situation. I had no rigidity at all in my belt, okay? Because it was a standard type of belt, like this. This belt is really comfortable to use normally if I don't have anything on me. All right, you can see it's thin, it's very, very, very flexible, soft, supple, it's awesome, it's a great belt, right? But if you want to carry a gun, it's not going to work. You need the rigidity, otherwise your gun, and a lot of you guys out there, if you're new to guns, or if you're just stubborn, like I was for a long time, you'll found that that's exactly what happens. Your gun flops all over the place. It's a shame, really, because a lot of times what we do is we end up switching out what gun we carry as opposed to using the proper accessories to carry the gun we want. So we don't have that great gun belt, so what do? We end up carrying a smaller gun. And I did grab one, such as like this little Kel-Tec. It doesn't pull the pants down or anything. It's easier to carry with pretty much anything. You can put this with no belt in your pants and you'd be fine. But that's not what I wanted. All right, eventually I got, you know, the right mindset of, all right, I have this particular gun, I want to carry this gun, I just want to carry it efficiently. All right, I want to take a second to talk about rigidity. All right, here's the reason why I ended up getting an actual gun belt. I have 3 belts here. Here's my everyday belt, okay? So let's say I pull the belt, let go, wah, wah. That's a limp noodle right there. Everyone's sad when they see that. Then, swap these around a little bit. Then I have my first gun belt. Okay, this is a Liger belt. I believe I got this through Maxpedition originally. Great gun belt, but still, we're kind of halfway there. Kind of exciting, but we're not there yet. Then I have what I'm actually wearing. What you're looking at is the Disse belt. There you go. Now we're extremely happy, as you can tell. The rigidity in this belt is ridiculous. Okay, there's not many belts you can just kind of hold like that and it just stays. Now the reason is the construction of this belt are 2 different types of leather that are stitched together. All right, now this specific one, as I mentioned before, it's got the Velcro on there as well. But this one has 2 different types of leather attached together, and it makes for an extremely rigid belt. Now, one thing I can tell you is when you first get these in the mail and you first start wearing them, it is stiff to actually use. Like once you put it around your waist and you're trying to find that hole, it's kind of hard to you know, kind of pull back and find the notch you want to your, you know, correct adjustment, excuse me, and you know, get the belt on. But once you wear this for about 3 or 4 days, it starts breaking in a little bit. But even though this part breaks in, the part that goes around your waist doesn't lose that rigidity, okay? It retains. And what it allows you to do is actually carry your gun how it's supposed to be carried, all right? Again, this is a Glock 36 in a paddle holster, okay, with a proper gun belt. And when you have a proper gun belt, you can do anything. You can jump up and down, you can go in circles. It doesn't really make a difference. It's not going to go anywhere. And you can really shake like crazy, and it's still fine. It's exactly where it's supposed to be. It's always going to be where you need it to be. So when you go to grab your gun, it's not going to be flopped over. It's not going to be pulled back. It does its job. So a lot of you guys out there have awesome guns, really, really nice guns, really nice holsters, and you're still walking around with this piece of crap Walmart belt. I'm telling you from personal experience, a good system means everything. It's the whole picture. It's just like having a really nice knife. You can get a $300 knife, but if you're still using a $5 sharpening stone from Walmart or your sporting goods store to sharpen that, it doesn't really make sense. It's not doing it justice. So if you're one of the many people out there who won't admit it, but have really nice guns and holsters and stuff, but you just don't carry them because they're too heavy, you need a good belt. And there's a bunch of great belts out there. Like I said, the Liger belt, not bad at all. But I have to tell you, after going through a bunch of them, this is the best. Nothing compares to this, I promise you. And as far as price, they're custom made. They're not $8 belts from Walmart, but they're still affordable. They're $54.95. And you can see, I mean, I got 2 of them, and I'm extremely happy with both of them. They do have black and brown, and you can do Velcro or no Velcro. The Velcro's a little bit more, but I think it's worth it because it gives you options. But I actually have a full system. This is what I've been carrying lately, and I'll maybe make a separate video about this. I'm still carrying untucked, but concealed. Now that it's getting hot out, summertime, it really just depends, but sometimes I'm kind of half open carrying, I mean, you can see the gun. I'm not trying to purposely hide it, but I'm still oftentimes carrying my smaller gun. Now, if you happen to carry a gun like this all the time and you do not carry something big and heavy, or have no concerns with anything big and heavy, don't worry about your gun belt. But if you have that really nice gun, that full-size gun that feels the best in your hands and it's the most comfortable, but you just never carry it because you can't, well, now you can. All you gotta do is get a good belt. I'm telling you, it took me the longest time to realize this, that the belt makes just as much sense, a good belt, as a good holster. It all ties together. It's a 3-piece thing. Good belt, good holster, whatever gun is most comfortable for you to shoot. You don't have to be stuck with these tiny little guns. There's nothing wrong with these, and I still will carry this most of the time when I don't want to carry something heavy. But it's not because I don't want to have it flopping around, it's just because I don't want the extra weight, or perhaps where I'm going, what I'm wearing, stuff like that. But I'm extremely happy that I don't have to worry about it. If I want to carry my big gun, it's there. It's always going to be there for me. It's really easy to get to. I don't have to worry about it. I think it's great. So, just want to do a video on that and show it to you. And just tell you it's been working out awesome for me. So, I highly recommend them. Who would have thunk? I'm telling you, this company, I'm waiting to see what Disse comes out with next. Because like I said, first they start off with these bags, which when I first saw the company, I was introduced to them by someone, and I thought, oh, that's cool, kind of looks like Maxpedition. Maxpedition makes good bags. Why would I need another company to do so? But they do make just as good bags, if not better. And the designs are different. The materials, it's kind of like, even with knives in the market today, you see the same stuff, G10 and, the same AUS 8 and blah, blah, blah. And there's 50 different people who make the same type of knife. And you think, why would I pick them over these people? But it's about design. The materials are usually the same, the quality is usually the same. They're both very good, but I like the design more. Then when I did the review on their gun case, there's lots of gun cases out there, but nothing quite like this. And now, of course, they came out with this awesome belt. So I have to say, I'm really keeping my eye on Disse as a company because I want to see what they come up with next. And they're all they're related in some way. I mean, gun belts, gun cases, that's fine, that's related. And then gear bags, it's kind of like that whole law enforcement officer, police officer type thing, or just prepared civilian. But I don't know, I'm waiting for some flashlight knives and stuff. I want to see a Disse knife, so if anyone from Disse's watching this, start making knives too. I'll certainly review them. But anyway, yes, I love the belts. They're fantastic. It was well worth it. I think I waited 9 days or something. They're custom made to order. And the website says wait like at least 2 weeks or so before you get them. I got mine about 8 or 9 days, so I was very happy with that. But anyway, just fantastic belt. It's not one of the most common questions I get, but it's more common than you would think, as people say like, oh, what kind of belt do you wear? Because I have blah, blah, blah. Someone messaged me about 2 months ago or so. I have a full-size M&P. I love the gun. I really want to carry it. The thing's flopping all over the place. It's not comfortable. So what would you recommend for a smaller gun? And at the time, I answered that person and I said, well, try Kel-Tec. I love mine, my little P3AT. If I can go back, my phone, sorry. If I can go back in time, well, hey, you know what? If that person I answered is watching this video right now, forget the small gun. You have your full-size M&P, carry it. Just get yourself a good belt like this one. That's all you need to do. So that's all. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate your time as always, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.